Hello students, welcome to the science class. Today we are students going to start a fresh new chapter, that is our environment. Students, what is environment? We have often heard in the newspapers, in the television, the word environment. Even our elders used to say, sit in a healthy environment. Now what does environment mean? Environment means anything that surrounds us and influences us directly or indirectly, right? Everything that surrounds us and affects us directly or indirectly is known as the environment. Students, in this chapter of environment, we will study the ecosystem, the factors affecting the ecosystem, the components of the ecosystem, biotic and abiotic components, and the types of biotic components and the trophic levels and the factors affecting the environment. So students, we are going to start with the ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Students, for example, we are going to a garden. We see the garden. What is there in the garden? There are many plants, there are shrubs, there are fruit trees, there are flowering trees, there are frogs, there are small creatures, right? These all are affected by the natural environment also, natural components like rain, like coldness. These are abiotic components. These all are interacting with each other and together form an ecosystem. So garden is one ecosystem. So what is the definition of the ecosystem? Ecosystem is the interaction in a particular area of the living organisms with the non-living components of the environment together form an ecosystem. In a particular area, when non-living organisms are interacting with the non-living components of the environment, they are together form an ecosystem. We can give example, garden is an ecosystem, even river is an ecosystem, pond is an ecosystem, forest is an ecosystem, because there all the components, living or non-living, they are interacting with each other. Now the ecosystem contains two main components, that is, one is biotic components and other are abiotic components. What are biotic components? Biotic components are living organisms, like living organisms. They can be plants or animals. And the abiotic components are like rainfall, sunlight, etc. These are the physical components affecting the ecosystem. So these are the two types of components. One are biotic components and other are abiotic components, which are the physical features like rainfall, sunlight, etc. Now students, biotic components are of three types we will discuss. Biotic components are of three types. One are producers, other are consumers, and thirds are decomposers. Now what are producers? Producers are those plants which produce their own food, which make their own food. They produce the food. Like we have done earlier, how plants make their own food? With the process of photosynthesis. Like with the process of photosynthesis, this is done in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll and water. The process is known as photosynthesis. So what are producers? Who are the one to produce the food? Example of producer is all the green plants, because they show the process of photosynthesis, and the second is blue-green algae. These are the producers. Now second come the consumers. Consumers, as the name suggests, they consume the food produced by the producers. Consumers are the secondary biotic component which eat the food produced by the producers. Now consumers are again of three types. One are herbivores, other are second carnivores, and third are omnivores. Now what are herbivores? Which eat only plants and plant products. These are known as herbivores. Like example you can give goat. It is a herbivores, right? Now second are carnivores. Carnivores are those which eat only flesh of other animals. They don't eat plants. Like you can give the example of lion, tiger, etc. Third one are omnivores. Omnivores are those organisms which are also herbivores and also carnivores. They eat plants as well as flesh of other animals. You can give example dog, man, etc. These are all omnivores. Herbivores eats only plant and plant products. Carnivores eats flesh of other animals, and omnivores eat both the plants and products of the animals. Now third are the decomposers. Now third type of biotic components are the decomposers. Decomposers, students, play a very important role in the environment as they decomposes the dead plants and animals. They decompose the organic compounds formed by the dead plants and animals. They are also known as the natural cleanser because life without decomposers is also not possible. So they also play a very important role in our environment. So these were the three main types of the biotic components: producers, consumers, and decomposers. That's all for the today. Next topic levels we will discuss in the next chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.